just waiting for somebody to log in. We are finally reading. Hey, Jazzy! Miss you! We are finally reading Jungle Book today. Finally. So, it's kind of a funny story how Jungle Book never got posted last week. Long story short, I was trying to record it on my phone, and because I have a new phone, and I'm really trying to work on the lighting and like my backdrops and just trying to make these videos more vibrant. So I wanted to use my new phone. So I was recording it and it kept cutting me off after 2 minutes. So I kept trying over and over again and I couldn't figure out, and I thought it had something to do with some new software that my husband had installed on his computers here for work. Turns out I didn't have enough room on my phone. So that's why it kept kicking me off, and I didn't realize that till the next day. And by then I was like, I'm just gonna wait and I'll do it live. So I'm not very tech savvy, which I'm working on that while we're in quarantine because I really want to be tech savvy. So that is why Jungle Book never got posted. So, and I see a few people have logged on. I think I saw Morgan and Lori and Luke. Hi guys, hope you're doing good. So, bring them on camera. My iPad is sending me a weird message right now. I don't know. I'm not gonna mess with it because I don't want to screw anything up. So, and I see Rory just logged on. Hey, Rory. We're reading Jungle Book today, and it is actually a really nice day out today. The weather is perfect. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. Let's see, what time is it? Oh, it's 4 o'clock. So we are gonna get started because I do like to start on time. So let me just take a drink of my water. So I got a little post-nasal thing going on. So finally, we are reading the Jungle Book today. Yay! As you can see, I have my props surrounding me. I was gonna wear this panther mask and read as Bagheera today, but it's way too hot in there and I can barely breathe and see. So we're just gonna use it as a prop today. So Jungle Book, okay? Originally written by an author. We can't hear you very much. So, okay, Rory is saying you guys can barely hear me. Is that the case for everybody? Can you not hear me? Because if so, I don't know what I would do. Maybe log off and log back on. All right, well, I'm gonna roll with it. All right, so you can hear me, Jazzy, or you can't hear me? I hear you fine. Okay. Rory, maybe try adjusting the volume on whatever device you're watching me on, because everybody else is saying they're good. So, okay, so Jungle Book. Originally written by an author named Rudyard Kipling. All right, he was born in India, moved to the UK when he was 6. He wrote the book, and what's really cool is that his dad is the original illustrator, meaning his dad drew the pictures for him. So then Disney bought it, of course, and then they make their own changes. But Rudyard also wrote Rikki-Tikki Tavi and Baa Baa Black Sheep. He is very famous for his poems. So we're going to give him credit today for Jungle Book. And like I said, his dad was the author. I think that's very cool. And so here we go. We're reading the Jungle Book. And I have an announcement at the end of this for you guys. So stay tuned, okay? So here's the first page. I love the illustrations in this book. It was a quiet day deep in the Indian jungle. Bagheera the panther was walking along the river. Suddenly, the silence was broken by a strange sound. Bagheera went to see what was making the noise. It was a man cub. He found the baby boy in a basket, which lay in a half-sunken boat. So there's Bagheera. There's the man cub. And see, I was going to be Bagheera today, but it's too hot. Bagheera felt sorry for the baby. Carefully, he carried the basket ashore. The man cub will never survive without a mother, Bagheera said to himself. What should I do with you, little fella? He asked the smiling baby. Bagheera remembered that a wolf family lived nearby. Perhaps they would adopt the man cub. Bagheera brought the basket to the wolf's den. When the mother wolf and her cubs found the laughing baby, they smiled. Rama, the father wolf, was not so pleased at first, but soon he too was smiling at the man cub. Man cub and the wolves. There's Rama. The wolves named the man cub Mowgli. For 10 years he lived happily in the jungle. Mowgli learned many things from the wolves. He learned to run like a wolf. He learned how to scratch himself like a wolf. He even learned how to play dead like a wolf, just for fun. Very cute. Scratching like a wolf. But one day there was some bad news in the jungle. Shere Khan the tiger had returned. The fearsome tiger hated all humans because a hunter had once shot at him. Mowgli was now in danger. So late that night, the wolf pack gathered with Bagheera at Cancel Rock. Even the strength of the pack is no match for Shere Khan, declared Akela, the pack leader. The man cub must leave at once. So there's the scary tiger, and there's the wolf pack meeting to discuss how they're going to keep Mowgli safe. But he is like my own cub, protested Rama. Where will he go? Then Bagheera spoke up. Perhaps I could help. I know of a man village where Mowgli will be safe. I will take him there. It was agreed that Bagheera and Mowgli should leave the next morning. But taking Mowgli to the man village would not be easy. This is my home, protested Mowgli as Bagheera tried to pry him from a tree. I don't want to leave the jungle. Reluctantly, Mowgli began the journey to the man village with Bagheera. Night began to fall when they came to a big tree. Bagheera decided they would spend the night there. Go to sleep, he told Mowgli as they settled themselves on a large branch. All right. That's kind of funny. Mowgli doesn't want to leave the jungle. There's the branch they fell asleep on. Look at the tail is his little seatbelt. I think that's so cute. But they were not alone. Kaa the snake was hiding in the tree, and he thought Mowgli would make a tasty treat. Yes, man cub, Kaa whispered as he slithered down the tree. Go to sleep, Mowgli. Mowgli woke up and saw Kaa. Go away, leave me alone, he said to the snake. But Kaa just smiled an evil smile and said, do not be afraid, man cub. Trust me. Go to sleep. Kaa stared at Mowgli. Mowgli stared back, but he began to feel dizzy. He was under Kaa's spell. So Kaa wrapped his long tail around Mowgli. He's hypnotizing him. Poor Mowgli. Bagheera woke up just in time. What are you doing, Kaa? He shouted. Bagheera slapped Kaa with his paw and the snake so the snake could not hurt Mowgli. Kaa fell to the ground with a thud. You have made a serious mistake, Bagheera, said Kaa as he slithered off. Back up on the branch, Bagheera said, you see, Mowgli, the jungle is just too dangerous for you. You will be safer in the man village. But I want to live in the jungle. I can take care of myself, cried Mowgli. No, said Bagheera kindly. You belong in the man village. We will go there in the morning. That's Kaa, the snake. But Mowgli did not want to live in the man village. So early the next morning, before Bagheera was awake, he ran away. I don't need anyone, Mowgli said to himself. But after a while, he felt very lonely. Then Mowgli heard somebody singing. Doopity-doopity-doo, doopity-doopity-day, sang Baloo, a big friendly bear. Baloo noticed Mowgli was by himself. Well, hello there, little britches, Baloo said to him with a smile. They quickly became friends. Of course, I think I'm, like most of you, my favorite characters, Baloo the bear. Will you teach me how to be a bear? Mowgli asked. Sure, Baloo answered. So Baloo taught Mowgli how to dance like a bear, how to growl like a bear, and even how to fight like a bear. I want to stay in the jungle with you, Baloo, said Mowgli. So there they are becoming friends. So cute. Later, Baloo and Mowgli went for a swim. I'll teach you all about the bare necessities of life, Mowgli said Baloo as they floated down the river. I like being a bear, Mowgli replied happily. Neither of them noticed that there were several monkeys watching them. The monkeys wanted to bring Mowgli to their leader, King Louie. So there they are floating. Doesn't that look refreshing? Like just to be floating in a lake or a river right now. And there's the monkeys. Before Baloo could stop them, the monkeys grabbed Mowgli. Help me, Baloo, cried Mowgli. But the monkeys swiftly swung him around in the treetops. Soon they were far from the river. When the monkeys reached their home, they brought Mowgli to King Louie. So you're the man cub, said King Louie. That's crazy. I'm not crazy, you are, said Mowgli. Here, have some bananas, said King Louie as he shoved 2 into Mowgli's mouth. Tell you what, he continued, I can fix it so that you can stay in the jungle. Have we got a deal? Yes, sir, said Mowgli. The monkeys decided to celebrate. Everybody started dancing. There he is shoving shoving the 2 bananas in his mouth. And then there they are getting ready to dance. Because King Louie is telling Mowgli that he knows how to keep him in the jungle. Meanwhile, Baloo had found the ancient ruins where the monkeys lived. In order to rescue In order to rescue Mowgli, he disguised himself as a big monkey and danced right into the party. Baloo made a very good monkey. Baloo's plan worked. While the monkey sang and danced, he carried Mowgli out of the ruins. This is funny. So there's Baloo. Like he's using a coconut and some bananas to kind of look like a monkey. And he's saving Mowgli. Thanks for rescuing me, said Mowgli. I didn't want to be a monkey. I would rather be a bear like you. But you are not a bear, Mowgli, Baloo said. The jungle is too dangerous for you. You really belong in the man village. You are just like Bagheera, shouted Mowgli. I don't want to go to the man village. I can take care of myself. So Mowgli ran away from Baloo too. He didn't even notice that a storm was approaching. So there's Mowgli upset because Baloo also thinks he should go to the man village. Mowgli ran through the jungle. Suddenly, he ran right into Shere Khan. The tiger had been waiting for this moment. The man cub was alone in the jungle at last. Do you know who I am, man cub? Asked Shere Khan, showing the boy his sharp claws. Yes, but I am not afraid of you, said Mowgli. You must be afraid of me. Everyone is afraid of me, said Shere Khan smugly. So there he is. Look at those claws. But Mowgli is standing up to him. Well, you don't scare me, said Mowgli. Ah, you have spirit for one so small, said the tiger. I guess you deserve a sporting chance. I will close my eyes and count to 10. It makes the chase more interesting. Shere Khan began to count. 1, 2, 3. But Mowgli did not run away. Instead, he reached for a stick. So the tiger wants to chase him. And he's telling him, I'll give you a head start if you want. But Mowgli's like, nope, I don't need a head start. Suddenly there was a loud clap of thunder. The storm had arrived. Just as Shere Khan was about to attack Mowgli, a bolt of lightning flashed in the sky. The lightning hit a nearby tree, starting a fire. Shere Khan let out a great roar. He was afraid of fire. Mowgli saw that Shere Khan was afraid. He picked up a burning branch and chased the tiger away. Soon the rain from the storm put out the fire. Just then, Bagheera and Baloo arrived together. They both had been searching for Mowgli and had heard Shere Khan's roar. They were happy to see that Mowgli was not hurt. So there's the scary tiger running away. And there Mowgli's two good friends, Baloo. This book is kind of falling apart. I think I read it a lot when my kids were littles. I'm holding it together with my hands here. We're glad you're safe, Little Britches, said Baloo as Mowgli ran up to the big bear and gave him a happy hug. Baloo and I were very worried, added Bagheera. Mowgli hugged Bagheera too and told him about his encounter with Shere Khan. By the time he finished, the day was ending. So the three friends found a safe place to rest. Soon they were all fast asleep. There they are. And now they're sleeping under the tree. I just love how cartoons have bears sleep. So funny. The following morning, they all went to the river near the man village. When they arrived, they heard someone singing. They crept closer. A young girl was fetching some water from the river. "What's that?" asked Mowgli. "That's a girl cub," Bagheera told him. Mowgli had never seen a girl cub. He decided to take a closer look. As he approached her, he made a little noise. She turned and saw him. She smiled at Mowgli and dropped her jug of water. There they are. I imagine Mowgli looking at her with like the heart eye emoji, like, ooh, he thinks she's so pretty. "Hey, she did that on purpose," Baloo said as he and Bagheera watched from behind the bushes. "Quite right, my friend," said the wise panther with a smile. Mowgli quickly picked up the jug the young girl had dropped and refilled it with water for her. Then he followed her. Maybe he would like the man village after all. As Mowgli was about to enter the village, he smiled at his friends and waved goodbye. "Well, Baloo," said Bagheera, "Mowgli will live in the man village from now on. We will miss him, but he is where he belongs." "Yes," agreed Baloo, "but I still think he would have made one swell bear." There he is. That's where he picks up the jug for the girl, and now he's saying bye to his two friends because he's following the pretty girl into the man village. And the end. Okay. So yay, finally, the Jungle Book. Woo, it's done. So Thursday we are reading, drumroll, Pinocchio, and a special guest is coming to read Pinocchio to you guys, so that's exciting. And then my announcement is a couple weeks ago we talked about the possibility of reading a chapter book. So I thought, since we're still in quarantine and we may be in quarantine for a couple more weeks, why not start reading a chapter book? I still haven't figured out all the details, but I have picked a book. So I thought it would be fun for us to dive into Stuart Little by E.B. White, who also wrote Charlotte's Web, another great story. So if anybody wants to pick this up, it's on Amazon, I think, for like $3.99. We could read it together, kind of do like a book club thing. So this would be separate than our Tuesday and Thursday readings. I just don't know how many of you would be interested in kind of like a small little book club. We'll read together, read on our own, just kind of discuss some of the fun stuff about this book. It's just an idea. If you're interested, just comment below or somehow let me know that you'd want to do a book club with me, and we'll get that started. So that was my announcement. Again, it's Stuart Little, E.B. White. Last time I checked, it was on Amazon for like $3.99. So there it is. I hope you guys enjoyed Jungle Book. I'll see you on Thursday for Pinocchio. Have a great day. Miss you guys. Love you guys. Bye.